Welcome back, my friends. So today we are dusting off the Raspberry Pi 4. It has been so long since I've done anything with my Pi 4, and today we're going to be taking a look at a RetroPie build made specifically for it from Damaso. This is the Nostalgia Trip build, 128 gigabytes. I know this build has been out for a few months, maybe 2 or 3 months or so, something like that. And I've been messing with it over the past week. It's the first image that I have popped into my Pi 4, and I am beyond excited. I've been messing around with it. There is so much going on here. I've been really impressed, and hey, what a way to just kick off getting back into RetroPie. Hey, I might start doing some builds, some other things, reviewing images, products for the Pi 4. I don't know. We're gonna go back to our roots here. But here she is. Here's the image. Really clean so far, everything I've seen. We'll go through how many games and whatnot are on here, test a few things out that are of interest. But here we go. Let's get to all games. Where the heck is all games? Here it is. We have 7,749 games across, I believe, close to 30 platforms, 30 systems here. So real quick, we're going to test a few things out, but I'm just going to go through so you can see, get an idea of what you'd be getting yourself into with this build. Arcade Classics, 1,215. We have a ton of games here. A lot of stuff you'd be used to on a Pi 3 RetroPie image, but a lot of things that are going to perform a hell of a lot better. Like, just crazily so. I'll show you some games in a moment here, but so far with this build, all the games, we have like box arts, video clips. I haven't really seen anything out of place with that. So everything's been done very well, very clean. Atari 7858 games. Not a big deal for me. Not a huge Atari fan, but you do have a lot of cool stuff here. Atomic Wave. Oh my God, we got to jump into some Atomic Wave. We have 9 games. Demolished Fist, Dolphin Blue, Fist of the North Star, Guilty Gear X, Knights of Valor. What is it? That's my only real nitpick is the font is kind of big. So if you can't tell what the game is, you got to wait for it to scroll through. But Knights of Valor, The Seven Spirits, the King of Fighters Neo Wave, King of Fighters 11, the Rumblefish, which is the name of a sushi bar that's real close to me. That is awesome. The Rumblefish 2. So, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and test out a game real quick. We just have to. Dolphin Blue is an interesting one. So every time you load up a game, you get like this little screen here. Sometimes you'll have like a splash screen of the particular system you're playing. So there the game is loading up. Sammy Atomic Wave. We have some nice bezels here. We'll go over some of the options and scripts as well. I'll show you what's included. But here we go. Let's insert some coins. Bam, we got like 30 something coins up in there. This is an interesting one. This is a very weird game. But seeing how well this plays, my God, you know, I downloaded this image, burned it to my micro SD card. I'm using a 256 gigabyte card just to have some extra space. Burned it to it, popped it into the Pi 4, powered up, and was just prompted with, hey, like, input your controller config. That was it, ready to go. So very simple, nothing crazy you got to do. You know, this is like a, what would you call it, an unofficial third-party build. I mean, what the hell does that even mean, right? I mean, I know what it means, but it doesn't matter because this thing performs amazingly well. The team behind this, behind all the scripts, everything that's going on with this build, did an amazing job of getting everything performing. You know, we had to wait like for a while. I didn't really bother with the Pi 4 because, you know, the RetroPie, the official team, you know, they didn't really have anything going on. And now I think there's like a beta build of it that's like not really supported. And this does a heck of a lot more than that. So, you know, it's just time. Like, hey, I got to start checking out these builds, seeing what there is out there to offer with emulation on the Pi 4. I'm a little behind at times, but I'm extremely excited to just jump into this. You know, seeing stuff like this, like, you guys know me. If you followed me from the beginning of my channel, I loved me some arcade games. Emulation was where it was at for me with arcade stuff. Like, you know, emulating arcade games. That was the biggest thing for me. But there you go. Dolphin Blue performing amazingly well. The music, the sound, the visuals, me sucking. Everything is working out great. So let's go ahead and exit that. Let's check out one more. Guilty Gear X. It's been a while since I've played Guilty Gear, but let's check it out. Insert them coins, jump right into it. So far, no glitching, nothing crazy going on here. Take Millie a rage. Oh man. This is performing smoothly. This is awesome. So there's going to be a lot of little surprises on this build. Man. Let's go ahead and see if we can whoop his ass. It's been a while since I played this. I don't know what I'm doing. Button masher, right? Smash them buttons. I'm not exactly a button masher. You know, I'm not mashing buttons here. But there we go. That performed great. Digging it. Let's keep moving, though. One of the plans that I have is to stream this build, so do a live stream. Maybe I'll do it later in the day when this goes live, or within a day or two after it, so you guys can like say, hey, check out this game, test that game, do that kind of stuff, so we could really dive deep into this. But I do want to showcase a few more games here. So we do have we're going to go through the rest of the systems too, but Dreamcast, we have 16 games here. I did download Redream, so we do have a Redream on here as the emulator. Let's go ahead and test out. SOULCALIBUR is always one that I love to check out. There we go. We got a little Dreamcast action going on this screen. Jianghua versus Voldo. Shanghua. My bad. My bad. Oh, we got a little glitchy glitch there for a quick second. Not a big deal. Like a little screen tear action happened there, but I've played this a few times and I haven't had that happen. That was the first time. Maybe my system's getting a little hot. The Pi 4, you do have to make sure you have like really good heat dispersion, a nice heat sink or heat sink case with a fan and all that, which I do. We're gonna do another video on that later. But my system's been on for a few hours now too, so that could be part of it. But so far, everything is performing well with this. Very smooth. I'm not seeing anything else other than that little screen tear action that happened in the beginning. Let's see if we can get this sick freak to ring out again. I don't see those butt cheeks. Get out of here. But there we go. That is performing excellent. So I think with this, I hit the Xbox button. I'm using the 360 controller, and we are in Redream. So we would have to. We have tons of options here you can mess around with. But we're going to go ahead and exit. So many cool games on here. So we tested out SOULCALIBUR. Let's see Power Stone. And you do have that CAPCOM fighting collection as well, which is pretty cool. Anything I'm missing here, we'll cover it in the live stream. And I'll have that pre-scheduled. So if you want to join, you could check it out.
Welcome to... Now, invitation to ADVENTU War.
Here we go.
Turn one. Are you ready? Exit.
Oh no. Hi. The one thing with this game is I would see like some slowdown with, you know, so much crazy stuff going on the screen. Like this would play decently well on a Pi 3, but you get a little slowdown occasionally. But on this, it seems to be performing pretty well. I'm sure within Redream there's options we can mess with to tweak things up, but I'm impressed with what I'm seeing so far. So there's that. Let's continue on with the systems here. Okay, so moving forward, we have Famicom, Family Computer, 100 games, bunch of cool stuff there. Disk system, Famicom disk system, 140 games. A lot of interesting things on this. Sega Game Gear, 248. Like I said, box arts, little videos and whatnot. Game Boy, 565 games. Amazing collection of games there. Game Boy Advance, 1,035. There's going to be, oh man, like these double packs. I always try to weed those out as you wind up having like duplicates on some games. But there we go. Tons of cool games on the Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Color, 535. You got stuff like Link's Awakening DX. Like, really awesome. Oh, and you got Animorphs. What? Hell yeah. Some Sega Genesis hacks. I find this interesting. Fix It Felix, Mortal Kombat Revelations. The hell is that? NHL 20, 2K20. Some of the Streets of Rage hacks. Simpsons, Street Fighter, Turtles, Batman, Superman. What else do we have? Beavis and Butthead and Xenocrisis on here. It's not a hack, but whatever. Sega Master System 277, Genesis 765, Nintendo 64 304. A lot of stuff here. Naomi, wow, Naomi 32 games. That is awesome. Oh my God, so much stuff here to test out. This is redonks. Our first Capcom 2. Oh my God, Power Stone 2. Spiker's Battle. Oh, okay. Street Fighter 03. Wow. Neo Geo 140 games. NES 776. NES hacks, there's 35. You got stuff like Deadpool, D-Pad Hero, Donkey Kong Country 4. Yup. What? Final Fantasy 7, Freddy vs. Jason, Ghostbusters Remastered. That's a good one. A lot of cool hacks on here. PC Engine CD-ROM games. A lot of nice stuff there. PC Engine 274. PCFX, what? I'm not familiar with these games, but we got a little handful here. Power League. What is this, like a fighter? What? Interesting little shooter. Power, you could go ahead and shut down system restart. PSP, we got 20 games. Prinny, what? PlayStation 50 games here. I've tested PlayStation quite a bit. I mean, PlayStation works brilliantly well on the Pi 3. No issues here. So there's that. 32X, 30 games. Sega CD, 33 games. Super Famicom, 125. Bunch of English translated games. This list looks very familiar. So yeah, these are all translated games. Super Nintendo, 783. Super Nintendo hacks. Brutal Mario. NBA Jam 2K20, New Super Mario Land. Very nice. So we got a lot of the newer stuff going on out there with the hacks. Super Graphics, the 5 games that were released for that. 96 games for the TurboGrafx 16, which is pretty much the complete US library. 23 games for the Virtual Boy, and that is that. So real quick, the options. You have a lot of the basic stuff that we're accustomed to, plus a lot of scripts, special scripts. The bezel projects here, theme selection, all the stuff that you already know about, right? Raspberry config and all that. Then we have stuff like Raspberry Pi or Raspberry Video Tool, reset all controllers from here. That comes in handy. What else? We have splash screens. This is the interesting one, is the Supreme Online Tools. You have to have an internet connection to use this, but it's like kind of like live updates. I think it's really neat. So you have tweaks, fixes, and updates, visual tweaks, credits, testers only. So if you go into like tweaks, it's gonna be a lot of the scripts that are already installed. Fixes and updates, more of like, hey, like this is some new stuff you could add, fix different scripts, add things, add LibRetro Parallel, Nintendo 64, add Redream, all that kind of stuff. There's some warnings here like, hey, no going back if you do this. So really cool. A lot of interesting things you could do with this build. Like I said, if I could cover this for hours going through this thing, which is why we're going to do a live stream testing this out. Live stream will be available afterwards as well as an upload on my channel in case you want to get a more in-depth look at this build. But I hope you enjoyed checking this out. I've had fun messing with this. There's just so much awesome stuff going on with this build. I'm all about options. You guys know that. And this build in particular has drugged me back into the RetroPie emulation on a cheap single board computer. Just amazing stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Look forward to hanging out with you guys on my stream later on. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. And boom. Bye.